All right, welcome back. Now, henceforth in Imo State, former governors, deputy governors, assembly speakers, and deputy speakers will no longer be entitled to pensions and gratuities. Governor Hope Uzodinma, who signed the bill to repeal the pension law, said it runs contrary to the National Pensions Act, which stipulates that a person must have worked for at least 10 years to be qualified for pension. He said the former office holders cannot continue to receive such payments in addition to the huge pay they receive as salaries and allowances in other positions such as ministerial seats and as members of the National Assembly. In Imo's case now, there are about 15 people who have served as either governors, deputy governors, and speakers. And the state says it will save about 1.2 billion naira annually by halting the payment of pension to these people. Now, you'd recall that last year, the Zamfara state government also abolished the payment of benefits of about 700 million naira annually for upkeep of former governors and their deputies. And the Lagos State High Court also ordered the Attorney General of the Federation to challenge the legality of states' pension laws permitting ex-governors serving as senators and ministers to receive these undue benefits. Well, it's a good thing that states are now beginning to review their cost and, of course, review this very controversial pension laws, especially for former governors, their deputies, and speakers and deputy speakers. Joining me now to discuss this issue further is Libros Oshoma, who is a lawyer and political analyst. He joins us via Skype here in Lagos. And from Abuja, I have Jide Ojo, who is a political analyst as well, joining us via Skype. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming on the program. Libros, let me start with you. What do you make of this action now by the governor of Imo State?
Yeah, what everybody will make of it is that it's a very good one, it's a very good step. Some people have said the populist idea. We like this kind of populist idea. Every populist idea that will save state funds, we love it. And so for me, while saving this fund, the fund also should be properly utilized. You know, develop education, and then infrastructure, health, and all of that. Because if you look at structure of past governors in Imo State, and then taking it from the very last governor, Rochas, who is also now a senator, you begin to ask yourself, why would the senator need pension for life when people who have worked in civil service are still queuing up, dying by installments to collect pension? And then you have governors who just govern for 8 years, some retire, some become ministers, and yet have them receiving humongous pension. Some cases, you receive cars, they are given cars, review every 3 years, their wives are entitled to cars, they are entitled to policemen, yes.
I'm going to come back to you. Let's go to Jide Ojo now. Jide, it's of course, this is what a lot of people have actually been campaigning for a very long time. And consider the fact that, look, the governor says you have about 15 persons who are benefiting from that. And then you look at the turnover we have now, especially at the State Assembly, where speakers come and go and, governors come and go as well. Look, if that state was allowed to continue with that law, it might end up with a situation where, say, in the next 20 years, you have so many people receiving such huge benefits.
Well, thank you, DEJI. My response to your question, the political office holders in Nigeria have been self-centered. They have never really worked in the national interest or state interest. We recall that some of the governors are billionaires in their own right. Why would they still allow a legislation that will put them on life pension And for Imo, it didn't even stop at the governor and deputy governor. It went up to speaker and deputy speaker of the state house of assembly. That 1.2 billion that will be saved annually, I hope it can be used to improve the infrastructure of Imo State. Because I was in Imo State last year, and I knew that that state is facing a dearth of infrastructure. The road network was very bad. At least during the period I passed that in September of 2019. So you cannot have few handful individuals that are plunging, into taking advantage of state resources. The interesting thing is that some of these ex-governors, deputy speakers, and deputy governors are already political appointees in other respects. So
Absolutely.
They move from being governor to senator, they move from being speaker of the state house of assembly to members of House of Reps or senator, and they continue to earn salaries. So if it's not greed, what is the prompting that they should still be earning pension? And like Senator Opuzodinma said, the Constitution is very clear. For you to merit getting pension, you must have worked for 10 years, minimum, or 45 years of age. In many instances, these governors must by power for 4 years, like Ikeji Ohakin in Imo State. Ikeji Ohakin did one term. It's only Achike Utenwa that did 8 years, and then Rochas Okoruka that did 8 years. That in itself should not qualify them for pension, because many of them actually get severance package.
Yeah.
When during their end of tenure.
Okay. Okay, let me just pause you there now. Let me pause you there. Let me pause you there and go to Libros. Libros, I want to get your own take. Don't you think other states should copy this? Even though we have a situation now where we understand some of the beneficiaries of that pension in that state now say they are going to go to court to challenge it. But don't you think other states should copy this?
Yes, MDG. It's not something that the other states should wait to be told to copy. It is something that is laudable. It's a beautiful idea. In the first place, these governors do not need pension. There is no former governor in Nigeria that is not engaged somewhere politically, one way or the other. They have turned the Senate to a retirement home for former governors and former deputy governors. And even though the Constitution forbids you from collecting pension while drawing salaries from government, yes, most of them are still being taken care of by the state. Anytime the state is responsible for their welfare, for their feeding, for their accommodation, everything. So it is pleasing the state badly. Such money is directed to other areas during the construction. I do not see why beneficiaries pension would want to challenge, because anyway, it's obvious because people ordinarily do not like the people. That is why,
and I just
after collecting several packages around some billions of naira, and then we want to annually collect several millions of naira from the state, to want states to finance your extravagant lifestyle, and that's what you, your wife, and your family for the basic reason that you sometimes rig yourself in 4 years or maximum of 8 years. It is sad, unfortunate, it is something condemnable, and something that Nigerians, every other state follow. Edo State, Lagos State, Akura State, including small states like Kogi that do not even have money. Imo Imo State, imagine, the paying pension that have fleeced the state, that have deprived the state of infrastructure. Like my brother Gideon said, go to Imo. Apart from the few that go in the way, which other places can you that you can boast of? The southeastern part of Nigeria are complaining badly. They are complaining of lack of development. And yet the governors in those states and former governors are busy collecting pension. And have to speak now, not just Alu, is here is just to first fire again. For all the they are not scared to have been scared to have stolen from the state.
All right.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we haven't got much time. But let me give Jide the room now to say to have the final say on this. Jide, are you surprised that the beneficiaries of these pensions, some of them we understand want to go to court to challenge it?
It will be a futile exercise for them to go to court to challenge it, because they knew it was in a test that cannot be sustained. This is Imo State is not the richest state in the southeast, neither is it the richest in the country. And what they were getting was actually not money, because these people were not really serving people. They are actually making the people to serve them. The state resources that is country that is not sufficient to ameliorate the surface of the people, you are different. I mean, I don't want to use the word different. You are taking it to live large on behalf of the people. That isn't right. Let them try their lot. The state, incidentally, the people, the beneficiaries were the same people who qualified that law. So it was done through the State House of Assembly. And I don't see whether there will be a sure ground for anyone who is benefiting to go to court to say that he has been denied a right. It's a privilege. And when you have a privilege, that privilege can be withdrawn from at any point in time. It's not like a governor that is maybe when things are okay, you have about 400 security details. And when there is a paucity of security details, it can be reduced to 6. And then you go to court and say you are entitled to 200. No, what they were trying was privilege. It wasn't a right. Under the Constitution, you must have served for 10 years or be 45 years. So any attempt to go to challenge what they and who go to court? Is it Rocha Sokorocha, who is a billionaire?
That's a good question.
For decades. I mean, will it be the one or there has not been anyone who is governor or deputy governor of Imo State that is not a millionaire at least. So what value addition will using maybe a couple of millions be to these people? I think if they did, if any one of them decided to go and challenge, that person should be labeled as the enemy of the Israelites. That person is enemy of Imo State, because what they were enjoying was not the right, privilege, which has withdrawn and legally withdrawn for that. It wasn't done through a fiat by the governor. The governor presented a bill for the repeal of that act of parliament, and it was duly repealed and he duly signed it. So, on one ground, you want to go and challenge that he has acted bias or so. I think any attempt to just be an exercise in futility.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for weighing in on this. I thank you very much for your contributions. Libros Oshoma, lawyer and political analyst from Lagos, thank you for your time. And Jide Ojo, political analyst and columnist, of course. Thank you very much for your time. All right, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. On DEJI360, we don't just ask the questions. What is wrong with amending the Constitution the way the National Assembly members have been doing it? We seek answers.
Constitution is constituent.
Our problem is not lack of laws. Our problem is lack of the willpower to implement our laws.
Answers that provide clarity.
While we negotiate, we should try to make it a point that the girls must be complete.
The clarity you need to make informed judgment so that you can make the right decision and take action. People are saying it is you politicians that are responsible for this, that you are the reason why this is happening.
All these dollars that call themselves governors in this country.
I wish we had people like Tony at the National Assembly.
God forbid that I go to join that band.
DEJI360, providing clarity to issues.